when it comes to experience and stuff like that, what I found interesting is that you obviously do a lot of dance and stuff on your YouTube channel, and you have a really vast audience in
Mm.
other countries. And like, if you just want to give some of your statistics of like
Oh,
where people are from,
I
like who
think
watches you.
my top countries, I think, is like Thailand, Philippines, Korea, Japan, very Asian based. Kind of more America as well if we're talking more like Western countries. But
So with that in mind, what is it like being a streamer who's and YouTuber whose content is primarily for an audience outside of your own country? Like what's that like?
it was very scary because when you say, oh, I've already got this established platform on something else, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna start a Twitch thing, and then you shout it out and you realize people aren't gonna want to come and see that. It's in a completely different range of like content. So I did feel like in a way I was starting from scratch, which I guess I enjoyed, but coming up to a whole new audience, like my YouTube audience and my Twitch audience are completely different. Not only where they're from, but their like mannerisms, the way they act, the way they comment, how they approach content. I think there'll always be a difference with that with Twitch viewers and YouTube viewers because it is just different. The interactions and stuff like that are different. But I loved Twitch and its interaction levels, and having that difference in audience, I think I find really refreshing, and like being able to jump between the two because I feel like it is separate. Like my YouTube is separate to my Twitch, and my Twitch is separate to my YouTube. So having two different audiences, obviously there's a crossover, but I really like having two separate audiences. Honestly,
Like how do you manage that mentally, knowing that sometimes you'll be spending time? Does it ever get to you? Is I guess what I'm asking. Sometimes when you're on Twitch and you're like almost um giving that audience what they want, do you ever feel like you're neglecting the other
oh,
audience?
1000. I literally messaged you just now being like, I haven't touched my YouTube in like a week. People are gonna come for me. Definitely, it's so hard to balance both, especially when you want to do a full day of streaming and then you finish like a what 7, 8, 9 hour stream, and you're like, no, I got to film, and I do not want to. And with lockdown, I'm not able to film like dance videos like I wanted to. So it is so difficult to equally share my attention. And to people on YouTube that don't follow me on Twitch, because it's obviously two different audiences, they must just be like, this girl's disappeared. And then people on Twitch are like, doesn't she have a YouTube channel? So it's so difficult. But I think one of my things is once I move over, I'm gonna work on my time management a ton. Doing like earlier streams now. I'm gonna be like, hey, my streams end at this time, and then I film like every day.
Mm. Yeah, when it comes to that, like it's such a different universe for me
Mm.
thinking about having two different audiences. And it's hard enough to not feel guilty for one audience, let alone trying to balance two, which is why I found it so interesting watching you. And I think what's always been really amazing about your YouTube content is that you can feel your energy through your dance. And I think that's
Aww.
something that's always really resonated with me. I'm not a dancer, like obviously for me,
Wow.
I came from a music background. Like for those people that don't know, you know, I went and studied contemporary music. So I've always found the arts really interesting. So being able to see people do artistic stuff that I can't do,
All
and
musicians
again,
have
that's not
rhythm. All musicians have rhythm. I'm telling you.
true,
I'm telling you. It's like a
true,
Darcy bustle in you somewhere.
true. But I guess the difference being that I dance with the guitar, and by
Mm,
that I mean you tap your foot or something like that. You have something in front of you that you're dancing with,
yeah.
I guess, rather than being like my body is the instrument. And I guess what I've always found interesting is that that content makes me feel a certain way about the person I'm watching. What do you hope that you make people feel when you do your dance content?
I always wanted to be the kind of content creator in both a general term and obviously my dance videos. Who I wanted to be the kind of person that I wish I had, like just somebody who was just there and like that you knew would consistently be there. I say as I talk about how I neglected my YouTube channel. It's just like a pick me up, just like somewhere you can go to where you know you don't have to worry about like how your day has been. You can just come watch their content. It's like a whole safe space. I think that's what I really wanted my content to be, you know, a safe space. And I think with dance, like you said, it's so easy to just watch it and for you to interpret it in your own way that you can have a dancer that dances with no emotion, and you could have a rough day, come watch someone dance and be like, this is dead. So I'm just like, if I just get across the happy vibes and the positive vibes, or the vibes of the song, I'm happy. Like, if I can make the person watching feel entertained and safe in a safe space, I am happy. And that goes with all my content, honestly. I just want to be there. Like, I wish somebody was there for me when I was, you know, struggling.
What's the longest time you've spent on a video recording?
Recording, oh, like 3 days, like to a week. Like the dance videos, considering they're the shortest ones that I do, take the longest time, because it's like locations, outfits, learning dances, sorting out places to film. And then when you film, it'll always rain or be windy, or there'll be an Uber driver conveniently parked where you want to film that keeps coming in and out, or there'll be builders or a seagull. There'll always just be something. I'm telling you, there will always be something. So it's stress, and I've taken 3 days, like, just running around Brighton, like, okay, where can I film? This street looks nice right here.
Gosh. Sorry, my brain is thinking about this seagull.
Okay,
now.
Yeah, that's a story for a different time.
I think there's no better time to tell it than right now. I'm completely honest.
Brighton and its seagulls, I'm telling you.
It's true.
Head, seagull, claws.
That is all seagulls all the time, and Brighton is one of those. It's a beach town for those that don't know. It is seagull central, so they are constantly there, especially if you have chips.
Oh, don't! Don't get me started. Yeah, don't.
I know that I'm focusing a lot on your dance content, and I think that's just an interesting place to start, because you know you've got almost 250,000 people that follow you on YouTube, and I think it's interesting to be able to take some of this away so that people can get that sense of, okay, who is Lexie Marie beyond the fantastic dancer that she is. But in terms of what sets you aside from other channels, and what category would you put yourself in with your dancing content?
So I'm on YouTube. I'm a K-pop content creator. I'd love to say that I'm a dance account, but I'm not, because my content is especially K-pop. What sets? Oh, I hate answering questions like that, because I But like, honestly, I think the one thing that sets me apart from everybody else, and that sets everybody apart from everybody else, is the fact that it's me. Like, nobody will be able to do me like I can. Like, the way that people approach things, and the way that people film, and the way their attitudes come across, their mannerisms on camera, will always set them apart from everybody, because everybody's just that little bit different. Even if I were to try and do a video like you, like if I was trying to make the exact carbon print copy of a video like you, I just couldn't, because I'm not you.
Let's hear it.
No one could do.
Let's hear your Skidward impression.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Wait, say something and I can try and copy it.
Hello, welcome to the Streamer Consciousness podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Streamer Consciousness
I love it. Kisses. There you go. See, it's easy to be Lexie.
Oh, all right, I take back everything I said. There's nothing. I've got nothing left. I'm full Ian Beale right now. Jesus.